Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. The energy is going to be a very interesting. Is about betrayal. But when you betray yourself, then you didn't study yourself. You didn't create properly yourself. And now, from that betrayal, can you betray others? But at the same time, if you're looking too much within yourself, you also betrayed others. This is going to be the energy that we are going to be feeling through this new moon, right in the edge between the Virgo and Libra, and that is a when the judgment is made because Libra is holding by Virgo by Astrea. That is a the judgment, right? The logic in everything that you use. So we are going to be dealing with that energy. Is going to be very strong because that particular energy is opposing Saturn and Neptune, who's going to bring the guilt for the betrayal, right? And sometimes because with one person did something within our life, in there we are damaging the rest of the world that we have with others, right? So we're going to be facing a lot of the challenges, particularly with that word betrayal, because we see in it that we betrayed the good within us because somebody did something. We are going to be looking at in our belief system. We're going to be looking at in our positions, and all this energy is going to be coming out through all this. So with that being said, I want to say thank you all guys for coming over. Appreciate for the all the new subscribers. You're welcome. If you need some any personal assistance, you can message me at astroviber1111 at gmail.com. All right. So with that being said, what are we doing? Well, at 7 o'clock in the morning, we are going to have the moon. It's going to be at 21 degrees. She still is going to be pretty much opposing the North Node in there. She still holds into the past. This is why you have to disengage with this past. Enough with the past. You have to learn and work, particularly in your own new self. This is why the new moon is going to be asking you: Is enough is enough? It is what it is. It's time to go. It's time to grow. But everything begins with what? The truth. You see, when you know within the truth, you don't betray anything. You don't betray yourself, but you also don't betray what you need to do with others. You fulfill your personal karma, and you fulfill the things that you have to do with others. You fulfilled your destiny. So this is going to be some interesting moments as you're going to feel that. So we have the south node is at 18 degrees. We have the moon is at 21 degrees. The earth is going to be at 23 degrees. At 28 degrees, it's going to be the sun. So all this is in Libra and Virgo, I'm sorry. And we have Mercury, who is the communications with others in Libra. And all this energies right now, it's moving on as we have also Venus that moved into Virgo. Too much logic, too much processing, too much energies that goes on, too much to process, right? So the intuition is going to be leading you today on this path. We're going to be feeling a lot of these energies. Later on at 8 o'clock, we're going to be about communications and how much did we grow. You see, if you matured properly to build yourself, you're going to be building properly with others. You didn't create yourself properly, or you not build yourself properly, then the things that you're going to build with others is going to be affecting. So this is going to be coming up in triggers, particularly at 9 o'clock. Be mindful if you have to work with people with an authority figures or things you need to be settled down. Keep your attitude positive. Mars is, you're already beginning to feel these agitations and aggravations of Mars that continues right now. It's building up, but he still hold on in there. He's at 29 degrees. So we are going to be seeing these shifts of Mars that is going on. But Mars and Venus, they're still having a yacht towards Saturn and Neptune. There is something you need to understand within the consciousness and the things that doesn't work. When Saturn says, I don't want you to be there, I want you to be there, his redirections, right? He creates these unpredictable events, right? And you're wondering what happens. And currently, unpredictable events, okay, they're controlled by Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Why? Pluto and Uranus, they are right now in the big trine. They're working together. Unpredictable events for your evolution. And then they both sextiling Saturn and Neptune. Here is the karma, here is the restrictions, here is the illusions. So you can get yourself straight. You can learn the proper things from Saturn, and you can move from the illusions to visions, to understanding what is going on. So this is a lot of to process, a lot to kind of like a big pill to swallow. But as long as you do this, it's gonna be great. All right, 11 o'clock. This is gonna be some interesting moments because you're gonna evaluating where is your love standing at. Okay, and here is how that in Virgo, the love is gonna teach you the proper way towards humanity, towards animals, towards the earth, on earth, and how to fix things. Okay, Virgo is the hospital, right? So we're going to be seeing that the ascendant is going to be at Scorpio. It's not going to be that much effective, but in the next hour, the ascendant is going to be with Lilith and the midheaven. It's going to be very close to the south node in Virgo. Again, the logic is going to be just so much in your mind, so much to process. And you kind of like cannot focus. You kind of like, I cannot focus on one thing. There is so many things are going on. What on earth? It is about you to learn some of the process and things that you need to do in life. It is about one thing. Don't ever forget who you are. Okay? And that's what is. To remind yourself who you really are. Don't betray yourself. And at 1 o'clock, we are going to see the energies with the sun, the authority that is going to come, that energy of the authority within yourself in there. We're seeing that the sun is at 29 degrees, 45 minutes. It's almost 1 degree away from moving into Libra, right? We have these spatial moments. The moon already moved to 25 degrees in there, and the inner work is going to be about this betrayal, as we talk about. And here is that energy, how does it look, as we are seeing at the inner work right here, all right? We see the south node, your past. We see the intuitions, where you want to go. We see the authority, where is it needed to be. And we see a Mercury that is already at Libra. They're all opposing Saturn and Neptune. What is that? Clearing your visions, be in the place where they need to be, restrictions, redirections, and places of where Saturn wants you to be, to learn. What do you need to learn? Whatever you have not learned from before, whatever you think you have not developed within you. All right, 2 o'clock, the energy is not going to be that much important, but 3 o'clock, pay attention because the inner work is going to be with Mars. Some of the things you might not going to handle properly, particularly with the transformations and changes that you don't like this, right? You didn't like it in the past. You didn't create it within yourself in the past. And now those things are affecting your current life and you have to change. And guess what? It's uncomfortable because you have not developed certain things in there. Somehow you betrayed yourself because of focus of something else, right? Not on you, you focus on something else, whatever that something else would have been. All right. So now Mars is very much supported by Saturn and Uranus um, and Neptune. There is this beautiful yacht, and the inner work is falling right in there. And here's what is that look. You see these green lines? It's a Saturn and Neptune. They're pointing towards Mars, and from Mars is coming back to Uranus. It is about you to accept the sudden changes, you to accept the unpredictable events, you to be acting on this, you to grow, mature, and understand that nothing is really controlled really by your ego. But is there something you need to understand? It's called destiny. All right. Later on, we are going to be see some more changes, particularly at 4 o'clock. There's going to be the shadow work. The inner work is going to be connecting with Lilith, Jupiter, and the North Node. Have you grow to be reaching to these destinations of your new higher self? Have you been? It's already mindset is there, okay? Because that's what we need to do. We need to preset the mindset for the future generations that comes in to understanding and operating from what? Understanding of awareness of consequences of actions. This is gonna be some quite a bit process because Lilith is gonna be staying there for a while. Okay, so don't think about it. The shadow side is gonna be just like disappears like this. All right, 7 o'clock, we're going to be seeing the Saturn. It's going to be coming in. You're going to find out the reasons why all these things happen. But you're going to find them at 7 p.m. What this is, what is it? You may going to be going to a deep trauma, drama, and so on and so on. But this is going to be the moment where actually the intuition and the sun is going to be working together. They're going to beginning to be united. They are both is going to be pretty much getting into these unifications for the new moon to take an effect. Plus, vertex is going to be there. Now, let me tell you a little bit about vertex. Vertex opened the doors that nobody can close. Okay, he's the gateway, and during those gateways, there is things is going to be happening. You don't like the gateways? Don't blame somebody else. Look at it within yourself. Look at it within the family patterns. Look at it in the country that you were born. Look at it in the situations. But stop complaining about the things that happens right now. They're just the consequences of the actions that happen in the past. For some, you have control. For some, you do not. Okay? But it is your job to keep yourself staying in the truth. All right, you're not gonna like the truth, of course. So the truth is always what pisses you off, but that's how it goes. But you need to change. We all need to change. We need to all believe in what the truth is, finding from within. And this is going to happen at 9 o'clock, where Pluto is going to be coming in within the inner work. Okay, the deeper transformation happens first for where? In the soul. It doesn't happen someplace else. When you start changing from your soul, then the thing starts changing what? Soul, mind, heart, and body, right? And then you begin to have new emotions, new energies, new gravity, and you attracting different things within your own life. All right, 10 o'clock is going to be some little bit to calm down within the energies, little bit the situations is going to be coming through, but try not to skip things, because the ascendant is going to be, oh, you skip things from before. Skip the things, the same thing you skip when you develop yourself. Skip things because that's how you betrayed yourself. See, there's going to be this fine line. It's going to be reading it in there within yourself. Why? Well, we have the South Node, it is at Virgo, the North Node is at Pisces, and the Ascendant is at Gemini, right? Lack of keeping your word in there within this duality is in there. Well, I have a right to change your mind. Yes, you do, for the right things. But when you work with others and you make contract with others, what's going to happen, right? And we're seeing it today throughout the world that the contract's been made, contract's been broken, and nobody believes in anybody's anymore, right? So we are kind of like in the law of the jungle. All right, 11 o'clock, this is going to be some interesting energies for some people. I'm talking about this is going to be what we are doing totally on Earth. This is going to be an energy from the family, since the ascendant, it is at Cancer. Particularly with people who have a Cancer ascendant, you guys know about it, okay? This is one of the things that throughout the emotion, trying to help everybody, try to do everything about everybody, being good for everybody, and guess what happens? You're not good to yourself. And that's how you're betraying yourself, right? But also the most betrayals happens where? In the family. When you betrayed yourself, in the name of certain things, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, right? And so on and so on from that point. And this is going to be a very harsh because the ascendant is going to be at the 3 o'clock, 3 degrees of Cancer. That's going to be a squaring Saturn and Neptune. And now, right now, they said like, what are you going to change this, right? All right, so that's what it was, the astrology report. Tomorrow we are going to have some lots of things coming up towards us. We are going to be, the sun is going to be moving into Libra. The moon is going to be taking first. The dive within Libra is about relationships with others. And that's how it is don't betray the relationships you have with others, whatever that thing is, okay? There's going to be some very challenging moments within this. The sun is going to be at 29 degrees in the morning, but over the day, the sun is going to be moving into Libra. So happy birthday, Libras. If you're a Libra, you probably feeling everything. If you're a Virgo, at the end of the Virgo, you're also going to feel all this process. All right, guys, but tomorrow we are going to be talking more about it. What do you do? How do you begin? And how you're crossing this path from personal with collective. All right, guys. So thank you so much for coming in. Much love to you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.